What's good, y'all? This is Krill. I'm back for another review video. Listen, man, let me just say, man, I've been really busy, been doing a lot. So I apologize I haven't been able to put up videos daily. I might have been a little over myself when I said, yeah, I'm gonna put these videos up every day. So I'm trying to get back in the groove and try to get those videos back up. So today I want to talk about the album that came out not too long ago from Napoleon the Legend, MC Napoleon the Legend, and producer Amerigo Gazaway. They have a new album called The World Change. It's about 16 tracks. I'm mainly going to be going through just really the production of the album, but I will say that according to the Bandcamp's description, this album, in terms of subject matter, is about survival. It's about navigating and adapting to an ever-changing world while struggling to maintain one's sanity and peace of mind. So if you think about if you're familiar with Napoleon the Legend and his style of MCing, he can be very intricate. He says a lot of his tracks, he's saying a lot of thought-provoking words in his music. So he definitely delivers on that level on this album. If you're just familiar with his music in general, you know you're gonna get some very thought-provoking subject matter. And he's very smooth in his delivery. It almost sounds like he's just talking when you hear him on tracks. So, it's definitely an album that I think the replay value is certainly there. You're going to have to listen and listen again. But the beats are so good that it'll keep your interest, I believe. So let's just go on a few of the tracks. The first track is called Intro Theme. I'm familiar with the record. It's like a soulful, maybe a 70s or 80s record. But I like it. I like how it sets the tone. It has that, like it just sets the tone very soulfully for the type of vibe you're going to be getting from the album. Then it has track 2, which is called Very Rare. That has more of a hard rock kind of edge with the guitars. So it's kind of raw, but has like a rock edge to it. Then you got the track Peace and Bombs, where I like the vibe on that too, in terms of the beat. But the wordplay is on some like rap gymnastics. Like from the time you hear Napoleon the Legend start rhyming, you hear the intricate and the clever wordplay. It's almost like you listening to rap gymnastics. You know what I mean? That's the vibe I get with that. Then we got Come Too Far, which is track 4. It has a very smooth, soulful vibe to it. I'll skip through. I'm not going to go through every track. Then we got the track Tomorrow's Not Promised. That has sort of like a Ninth Wonder kind of soulful beat. But if you're familiar with like Ninth Wonder of like the Little Brother era of like the early mid 2000s, especially like the listening, like you get that feel, which is dope. So Amerigo Gazaway does an awesome job with this album production wise. I think his production lifts Napoleon the Legend's vocals even more. I mean, he has a lot of dope records in general, but like I think this production helps to accentuate his vocals a little bit more too. Then we have Sine Qua Non. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but it's featuring MC A1, who's a Brooklyn native. I have to say, A1 is actually on this album about 3 times. So it's cool to see him, featured a number of times on this album. I always like to hear when he rhymes. Always cool to hear he's actually kind of, when I think about Napoleon the Legend, his effect as an MC is a little similar in a unique way, but still kind of like similar in terms of the vibe that I get when I listen to Napoleon the Legend and his music. Then we got the track Superfly, which has sort of like a blaxploitation vibe to it. Just think about, well, it's Superfly, right? His name's Superfly. So it has that blaxploitation sound, that whole funky, beat with the drums. Then we have the other track, I'm forgetting the title, but it also features A1 and has like a soulful boom bap, feel to it. Then we have Return to Crooklyn, which is one of to me, one of the standout tracks on the album. There's actually a remix to that, which I'll talk about soon. But yeah, that is, if you guys know about the song, the Crooklyn Dodgers track featuring Chubb Rock, OC, J. Rue the Damager by DJ Premier, you know, produced by DJ Premier, then you kind of know that that track has like a piano sound to it if you just listen to the keys. So this track has that similar piano, you know, instrumental to it, and it sounds definitely like it's a rendition of the Crooklyn Dodgers track. So I think Americo Gosway did an awesome job with this track, doing the beat for this Return to Crooklyn, and of course with Napoleon the Legend and his experience residing in Brooklyn, he definitely did this song some good with the beat, man. You know, I know he's not a native of Brooklyn, but he's definitely spent some time out in Brooklyn. So it was cool to see him on this track. Then the track The World Changed is the so when you hear that track, it's pretty much the same beat as the intro beat, the track intro theme. And like I said, it's an instrumental that I'm familiar with. I just can't recall where I know the instrumental. It's definitely been sampled before, but it has a really nice soulful 70s vintage soulful sound, and it just has a really like relaxing vibe to it, right? So I like that they chose this track and this beat for the self-titled track, The World Changed. And, you know, if you just think about the subject matter, Napoleon the Legend is really just going through kind of things that's happened in the world and, you know, really focusing on the subject matter, right? What the things that have caused the world to change, and, you know, the trials, the struggles, the overcoming, you know, all of those related to that subject matter. And then we have the final track, which is called Return to Crooklyn, the remix. And this track is also really dope. It's the same beat as the original Return to Crooklyn on this album, but it also features A1 and also Sky Zoo, which to me, when I saw Sky Zoo on this, I was like, okay, this is fitting. You know, who does Brooklyn records today better than Sky Zoo, right? So it was really dope to see these three on the track and their connection to Brooklyn. So yeah, man, really dope sounding track. Really solid album. Like I said, it's 16 tracks. I really like the way that Napoleon the Legend comes across on this album. It's one of those albums that I feel like people will sleep on. But if you are particularly a fan of Napoleon the Legend, I think you're going to like this album. And, you know, you're probably very much aware of it. But Americo Gosway, like, this is my first time learning about him. So I'm going to definitely be checking out more of his music. He has a range in sounds. Like, there's different types of sounds here. But one thing I feel is consistent is the soul. So you can hear the soul on a majority of these tracks. And I always like soulful beats. So shout out to Napoleon the Legend and Americo Gosway. You did an awesome job with the production, Americo Gosway, on this album. And Napoleon the Legend, great job with this too, man. The album is available on Bandcamp. Again, it's entitled The World Changed. It is also available on digital streaming platforms. And yeah, go check it out. And if you like it, definitely rock with it. Thank you again for another video, for checking out another video. Remember to like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't gotten a chance to. Talk to y'all later.